Today's Nailtopia polish color is called Blueberry Milk. And today we're featuring the mini bottles that Ulta carries. So there are two different size bottles that Nailtopia makes now. So we've got a 5 ml, this little small one, and a 12 ml. So the 5 mls are really nice for, if you don't need a color for, like just one day, or, you just want to do some nail art, so you don't use that color very often. So these 5 ml bottles are really, really awesome. And this one, in case you're wondering, is called She's Iconic, and that was from a different month. I just wanted to show the comparison in the size of the bottles. So now we're going to take a look at Blueberry Milk, and I'm going to do some nail art. I have my base coat on, and I'm just going to do, looks like this one's going to take a couple of coats. The brushes on these are nice and wide and flat, and the cap has this little tip here that you can use to hang on to it if you need to, or if you're, you can like rest your finger up here to get a more steady stroke. Now, if you have smaller fingernails and the brush seems a bit too wide, you can just tilt it on its side a little and then tilt it the other way, and that way you're only getting like half the brush on your nail. The other two nails I'm going to do some nail art on, so I'm not going to cover them in blue right now. This one appears to be a little sheer. I actually think it's like slightly a jelly consistency. I think 2 coats should be enough. Now for the nail art, I made some little triangles out of painter's tape. You can use, any kind of tape you want, and striping tape or whatever. So I'm just going to put them here like this. And I'm just going to paint over. This one's lifting a little. I'm just going to touch this up a little. A little straighter here. can lightly straighten up some of these lines with just a bit of acetone. Okay, so I was able to clean that one up a bit with the acetone. It obviously it's going to eat away a little bit at the base coat, but that's okay. I'll just put a top coat over it and we'll be all fine. I think what kind of happened with that last bit of tape is I touched the back of it too much when I was cutting it. So don't do that. I'm just going to paint the whole nail and then remove the tape. This one is working a little bit better. Nope, not really. Alright, still have to do some cleanup with my cleanup brush and some acetone. I like this idea. A couple tips though, if you're going to do this and you're going to make a big mess where you need to use acetone to clean up your nail or whatever, don't use something that stains. I'm thinking, why can't I get this blue off of my nail here? And it's because this blue is a really big stainer. So, number one, use better tape. Number two, I wouldn't recommend unless you're like really perfect, I wouldn't recommend using something that's going to stain your nails. I'm going to use a bit of Maniology smudge-free top coat over the top. I do this when I stamp to seal in you know, the design or whatever from smudging when I put on my long-lasting top coat. So that's what I'm doing here because goodness knows we don't need any more mess from today. But it is a pretty color and this design is kind of cool. Now we'll just wait for that to dry and come back. Now I'm just going to put on a top coat on all of my nails to help seal everything in and give it a long-lasting shine. And here is the finished manicure, and that is Blueberry Milk by Nailtopia. I think in the end it didn't turn out too bad. If you give it a try, just remember my tips. And I hope you have better luck with it than I did. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.